गणानां त्वा गणपतिं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनशृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनं श्रीमहागणाधिपतये नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ शन्नो मित्रः शं वरुणः शन्नो भवत्वर्यमा शन्न इन्द्रो बृहस्पतिः शन्नो विष्णुरुक्रमः। नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्ते वायो त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्म वदिष्यामि ऋतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतु तद्वक्तारमवतु अवतु माम् अवतु वक्तारम्। ओम शांति शांति शांति। Dear friends, we are in this Chaturtho Anuvaka, that is the fourth Anuvaka of Shikshavalli. Fourth Anuvaka, which is talking about yes Chandasam Vrishabho Vishwarupaha, that which is the bull among all these cows. Like a bull among the cows, this Omkara is like a bull among all these mantras. That is the predominant one. It has preeminence among all the mantras. So that is where we are. And we were reading the Bhashyam under Kurvana Chiramatmanaha. Kurvana Chiramatmanaha. Before I resume that line, one small error in the last class, that is a grammatical error. That is regarding this Sarishtham Jigrukshoho Prajapates Tapasyatah. At that line, if you go back to that, see that line, Loka Deva Veda Vyahurtibhyaha Sarishtham Jigrukshoh Prajapates Tapasyatah Omkaraha Sarishthhatvena Pratyabhat. So in that line, Jigruksha, while explaining that word Jigruksha, that is the context is Prajapati was meditating on these three Vyahurtis called Bhuhu, Bhuvaha and Swaha. Bhuhu representing earth, Bhuvaha the intermediate space, Swaha is that higher loka. So Suvar loka. So that when Prajapati was contemplating on these three lokas, for what? He wanted to extract the essence out of it. He wanted to extract what is the most significant from among them. Sarishtham Jigruksho. Sarishtham means the summary, the extraction, the essence, the greatest essence or the highest essence. Sarishtham, that is the superlative. Sarishtham, that is the greatest essence. He wanted to take out the essence. Jigruksha, I was explaining it as Ghra from Ghra Dhatu. It is not from Ghra Dhatu. I was also wondering when I said, but later I went home and verified it is Grahitum Ichha Jigruksha. Grahitum Ichha means in order to take out the essence, in order to extract the essence from those things, he was contemplating on that, and then as a result of that contemplation, that Omkara emerged, or it shone in front of him. Pratyabhat, it shone in front of him. So that is what was a small error which you may note. Grahitum Ichha is Jigruksha. Jigrukshuhu is one who has that desire is Jigrukshuhu, like Vipasuhu, Jignasuhu, like that. So anyway, we will resume this line under Kurvana Chiramatmanaha. The last line we were reading was Achiram Achiram Kshiprameva. Bring all these things soon. Bring them all quite, without any delay. Bring them all. What? Of course, he is going to say what are all those things which have to be brought quickly. Chandaso Dirghaha, that is Chiram, that the Dirghaha is Chandasa, that is a sort of Vedic usage. Or Chiram, it can also mean always. Chiram va Kurvana. Chiram va Kurvana means always doing it. Either it can mean do it fast or do it always. So in both ways it can be said. So that is where we stopped. We will resume that Bhashyam. Atmano mama kim ityaha vasamsi vastrani mama gavascha gascha iti yavat annapanecha sarvada evamadini kurvana shrihi ya tam
सर्वदा एवमादि कुर्वाण श्रीः या ताम्
ततः मेधा निर्वर्तनात् परम्
ततः मेधा निर्वर्तनात् परम्
आवह आनय.
आवह आनय.
Okay. kurvana chiram atmanah, that is mama, for me. For me, bring them all soon, all, or bring them always. So what is it? What is it that you are supposed to bring? That Omkara is being addressed here. Omkara is the so-called mother. Omkara is the bestower of all things. Omkara is the goddess of wealth here. Omkara is, say, visualized as the goddess of wealth, which is going to give us what all we need in order to perform our dharma. So why is all this money required? After all, we are in the context of Brahmagyana. In the context of Brahmagyana, why is money required? Of course, Shankaracharya is going to explain at the end that all these things is for performing dharma karma. After all, every man, he is supposed to do, perform the duties which are prescribed for him. Even if he wants to do a yajna, if he wants to do some dhanam, he needs some money. For all dharmic activities also you need money. So for that sake, it is necessary for a person to earn money in a very, very dharmic way, in accordance with dharma. In fact, in Gita also we see this line, dharma viruddho bhuteshu kamosmi bharatarshabha. Dharma viruddhaha kamaha bhuteshu aham asmi. So that's what he says. That is desire which is not opposing dharma. Dharma which is the desire which is in consonance with the dharma. Desire which is in consonance with dharma or desire which is not opposing dharma is my own self. So that is what Krishna says. Desire means including wealth. So like that, kim ityaha, what is it that you want? Vasamsi vastrani mama gavascha gascha. Because in those days cattle wealth was the only wealth. If you recall Mahabharata, what is it that these people they looted? The Kauravas they came when all the Pandavas they were hiding in Virata Raja's empire. All these Pandavas they were in Ajñātavasa. Ajñātavasa means that is a sort of, they have to live incognito for 1 year. They have to stay underground or rather incognito for 1 year. During that period, if they are detected, they have to again go to the forest. So they took all care to live incognito. So that means absolutely no whereabouts of Pandavas were known at that time. So at that time, these people they wanted to locate these Pandavas. So how to locate Pandavas? So you have to provoke some war. You have to provoke war on somebody, impose war on somebody and see whether these fellows will come out on their behalf. If at all they are taking shelter under somebody, they have to come out. So with that idea in mind, they wage war on the kingdom of Virata and then they drive away all the cows. So lakhs and lakhs of cows are driven away. So in those days, cattle wealth was the wealth. So there were two wings of these cows. Two wings means two groups, one on the northern side and one on the southern side. So one is called Uttara Gograhanam, where all these Kauravas they went. Dakshina Gograhanam is another, Uttara Gograhanam was something else, Dakshina Gograhanam is another area. So they were, Arjuna goes. Arjuna comes out of hiding and then he goes. And luckily by that time the tenure of 1 year was over. So that is how it coincides. So anyway, in those days, cows, that cattle wealth was the greatest wealth. Gavascha, then Annapanecha sarvada evamadini. Sarvada evamadini is sarvada evamadini kurvana. Always you please bring all these things. Evamadini, all such things. Evamadi, but means all such things. Kurvana Shrihi Ya. That Shri, that particular Lakshmi, that particular goddess, we can say, if at all, if we can use that word goddess here, Shrihi, Kurvana, Tam Anaya. That sort of wealth you please bring to me. When Tataha, Tato me Shriyamavaha, that line. Tataha means thereafter. What? After what? Thereafter means after what? That is the question. He says, Medha Nirvartanat Param. After giving me Medha. After giving me that intellectual ability. So because a fool and his money they part soon. There is an English saying, a fool and his money they part soon. So a similar statement here. Amedha sohi shrihi. Let us read. Amedha sohi shrihi.
Amedha sohi shrihi.
Anarthayaiva bhavati. Anarthayaiva iti.
Anarthayaiva iti.
Kim visishtam.
Kim visishtam.
Lomasham.
Lomasham.
Ajavyadi yuktam.
अजाव्यादियुक्ताम्
अन्यैश्च पशुभिः संयुक्ताम् आवह इति।
अन्यैश्च पशुभिः सह युक्ताम् आवह इति।
अधिकाराद् ओंकार एव अभिसंबध्यते।
अधिकारात् ओंकार एव अभिसंबध्यते।
Okay, so he says अमेधसो हि श्रीः अनर्थाय एव। अमेधसः, मेधा is intellect, मेधावान। Amedhasaha, that is for one who, amedhaha is one word. Amedhaha is one who does not have intellect. Amedhasaha is Shashti Ekavachanam. Amedhasaha means of the person who does not have brain. Amedhasohi, Shrihi, that person's wealth, all the wealth which is given to some intelligent man, anartha eva bhavati. He will misuse it. If you are giving, if a person who is having a dharmic mind, if he has wealth, he will use it in the right way. Otherwise, a rich fellow without any dharmic, say predispositions in him, dharmic samskaras in him, he will use his wealth, he will misuse his wealth. He will squander it in some races or in clubs or casinos or something like that. So, anartha eva iti. Then, what sort of wealth? Further, he is qualifying. What's a kim visishtam? Kim visishtam means what type of wealth? What type of wealth is needed? Then lomasham ajavyadi yuktam. Lomasha means, I explained that word yesterday. Lomasha means having this wool, because in those days woolen animals were also important, because we have to remember that all these Vedas, they were composed somewhere in that, say Kashmir and beyond Kashmir, somewhere in that Afghanistan area. So, Lomasham Pashubhis Sahaswaha. Lomasham Pashubhihi. Pashu means all this cattle. Lomasham Pashubhihi, that is cattle which have all this fur or wool on them. That is the sheep which give the wool, mostly the sheep only, which give the wool. Lomasham Ajavyadi, Aja Avi. Aja plus Avi. Aja means goat. Avi means that sheep. Avi. Avi, it is very close to that English word. There is an English word also for sheep. E-W-E-U, it is called E. E-W-E-U is called, it is very, very close to this Sanskrit word Avi. Because so many Sanskrit words are so close to, say this English and say Latin words. Aja Avi. Aja is goat. Avi. Ajavyadi yuktam. Aja Avi Adi yuktam. So that is the splitting up. Aja Avi Adi yuktam. That is sheep, goats, etc., etc. Adi yuktam. So all that thing. Anyaischa pashubhis sanyuktam. And also different types of other animals. You need horses, you need cows, you need some other, all these animals. Yuktam. Avaha. Avaha means bring them to me. Endow me with them. Then adhikarat omkara eva. Adhikarat means by virtue of the context, because the overall context here is relating to say omkara only. Adhikarat omkara eva abhisambadhyate. Omkara has to be connected here. That means omkara has to be, omkara is being addressed here. Abhisambadhyate, that means omkara has to be connected here. Omkara is connected here means omkara is being addressed. Then swaha. Swaha karo homartha. Mantranta jnapanartha. Homartha mantranta jnapanartha. So this swaha is, you see, whenever you are offering that something into the your oblation into the fire, then you say swaha. So and so, swaha. Then you also say sometimes namama. Sometimes you say namama. Namama means not mine. I am offering, it is not mine. Namama swaha, and then you say namama. Pranaya swaha, of course, pranaya swaha we don't say namama. Pranaya swaha you eat only. But when you offer it to the fire, you say also namama, not mine. So swahakaraha. Swahakara means that sound called swaha. Homartha mantranta. That is homartha mantra. These are all homartha mantras. All these mantras are intended for homa. Mantranta jnapanartha. That is the end of the mantra. Jnapanam. Jnapanam means to indicate. Jnapanartha means in order to indicate, in order to tell, in order to remind that this is the end of that mantra. This is the end of homartha mantra. Amayantu brahmacharina swaha. When you say swaha, that amayantu brahmacharina, that is the mantra. Swaha is the end portion. So that is it. Then Amayantu.
Amayantu.
Ayantu mam iti vyavahitena sambandhaha.
Ayantu mam iti vyavahitena sambandhaha.
So Amayantu. How to split it? Mam, Ayantu. Mam, this A has to be taken this way. Ayantu. Then Pramayantu. Pra refers to Prakarsha. Prakarsha means brilliance. Vimayantu. Next thing, Amayantu. After Amayantu, it is Vimayantu. Vividha desheshu. Vividha pradesheshu. From different places. Ayantu. May they come to me. So that is it. Let us read. Amayantu. Ayantu mam iti vyavahitena sambandhaha.
Ayantu mam iti vyavahitena sambandhaha.
Brahmacharinaha vimayantu.
Brahmacharinaha vimayantu.
Pramayantu damayantu.
Pramayantu damayantu.
Shamayantu ityadi.
Shamayantu ityadi.
So, in fact, I read out from that other Vidyaranya Bhashya as what is the meaning of Vi, what is the meaning of Pra, and what is the meaning of Da and Sha. That is, Vi is Vividham. That is, people with different objectives in mind. Somebody wants to Swarga, somebody is a Swarga Kama, somebody wants some other thing, somebody wants Moksha. So, people with various objectives, may they come to me. Or people from various places also. Vivinna Desheshu also. People from different, a wide range of students, let us say. And when you interact with wide range of students, the teacher's experience also is enriched. Okay. So, wide range of students, may they come to me. Vimayantu, that is mam, vividham, ayantu, may they come to me. Then Pramayantu, mam, prakarshena, that is those who have all that intellect. Ayantu, all such people, brilliant people, may they come to me. May I not be burdened with fools. So, suppose he has got 100 fools in front of him. The teacher has to pull his hair. Then Damayantu, let them all be disciplined people. That is Dama Sanyukta, that is those who are associated, those who have got that mastery, those who have got self-control. May such people, Ayantu, may they come to me. Then Shamayantu, then Dama, after Dama, the next stage is Shama. Dama is the basic stage. That is where you forcibly control yourself. Whereas your mind is still eagerly, pursuing something, or your mind is still angry with somebody, or your mind is still desiring something. Raga, Dvesha, hatred, etc. are still there in the mind. So even that has to go away, and that is the stage called Shama, Antarindriya Nigraha, where you have controlled your mind also, where the Raga, Dvesha also have disappeared, where some amount of Abhyasa, Vairagya, etc. has taken place. Shamayantu. So let such good people come to me. So from various types, all types of students, he is requesting. So this is what is called Avahanti Homam. That is what I was reading about this footnote by this Subramanya Shastri, or what is Shastri? Yeah, Subramanya Shastri. Yes, Subramanya Shastri. He is writing about this Shanti Ratnakara. He mentions a book called Shanti Ratnakara, and he says that this Avahanti Homa is performed. Then Mahachamasya is the Rishi, and Devata is Annapurna Devata, etc. He is explaining that. Then the next line, next mantra, let us read. We have to read the mantra. Yashojane sa niswaha.
Yashojane sa niswaha.
Did we read this mantra? No. Yashojane sa niswaha.
Yashojane sa niswaha.
Shreyan vasyaso sa niswaha.
Shreyan vasyaso sa niswaha.
Tam tva bhaga pravisha niswaha.
Tam tva bhaga pravisha niswaha.
Sama bhaga pravishaswaha.
Sama bhaga
pravishaswaha.
Pravishaswaha.
Tasmin sahasrashakhe.
Tasmin sahasrashakhe.
Nibhagaham tvayi mruje swaha.
Nibhagaham tvayi mruje swaha.
Yathapah pravatayanti. Yathapah pravatayanti. Yathamasa aharjaram. No, there is no stress on masa. Anyway, leave it. And Yathamasa aharjaram. Evam mam brahmacharinaha.
एवं वा ब्रह्मचारिणः
धातरायन्तु सर्वतः स्वाहा
धातराजन्तु सर्वतः स्वाहा
प्रतिवेशोऽसि प्रमाभाहि प्रमापद्यस्व
प्रतिवेशोऽसि
प्रमाभाहि प्रमापद्यस्व.
प्रमापद्यस्व.
Okay, fine. So this is the last say mantra in this Anuvaka. Yasho Jane Asani Swaha. I will first explain the mantra, then we will go to the Bhashyam. Jane means among the people. Yashaha Asani Aham Yashaha Aham Asani. Yashaha means Yashasvi. You know what is Yashasvi? Yashasvi is a famous person. Asani means may I become Asadhatu. Asani, may I become a famous among all the people. Swaha, there again that is a mantra indicating that end of that mantra. Then Shreyan Vasya Soani Swaha. Then not only that, Shreyan. Shreyan means great, very great. Among what? Vasyasaha. Vasyasaha is Vasiyasaha. Vasiyan is somebody who is having a lot of wealth. Vasu means wealth. Vasu means gold. You know the meaning of Vasu? The earth is called Vasumati. Vasumati, why? It is having gold in it, so that is why it is called Vasumati. So Vasu means gold. Vasiyasaha, Vasiyan means somebody who is having a lot of gold. That is a wealthy man. Vasiyan, Panchami Vibhakti is Vasiyasaha. That is more than Tasyapekshaya. That is, in comparison with him, I should be great. Even compared to a rich man, I should be richer. I should be great. Even compared to a rich man, I should be great. That is Vasiyasaha. Here becomes Vasyasaha. Vasyasaha is that Vedika Prayoga. The meaning is Vasiyasaha. So Shreyan Vasyasaha, Vasiyasaha, that is beyond or more than a rich man. Let me be rich. Asani, may I be rich. Tam tva bhaga pravishani swaha. Tam, so that type of, that sort of, that glorious you, tvam means tvam, you, hey bhaga, I will explain. Bhaga means referring to that Bhagavan. This word we have got in Gita Bhashya. In the very beginning of Gita Bhashya, there was one shloka. Bhaga, the way explaining the meaning of Bhagavan, Sacha Bhagavan, Narayanakhya, something like that, that it starts like that. So there Bhagavan, Aishwaryase Samagrasya, then this Vidyaranya Bhashyam explains that mantra, that shloka, Aishwaryase Samagrasya Dharmasya Yashasas Sriyaha Jnana Vairagya Yoschaiva Shannam Bhaga iti ingana. Bhaga is a technical word which means they say 6 virtues, 6 qualities in one. That is what? Aishwarya. Aishwarya means lordship, not wealth, lordship. That is, you are having mastery and everything. There is nothing beyond you. Aishwaryasya Samagrasya. Dharmasya. Dharma is, you are the embodiment of Dharma. Then Yashaha, that is famous. There is nothing beyond you. Shriyaha, there is nothing beyond that Shri, wealth. There is nothing beyond you then. Jnana Vairagya Yosheva. There is Jnana and also Vairagya. So where all these 3 things are there, that is what is called Bhaga. And Bhagavan is somebody who is having these things. You find this shloka in that Gita Bhashya book also, you can just refer to that. So this is called Bhaga. Hey Bhaga, Tam Tva Bhaga, O that Supreme One, Aham Tva Pravishani. That is, may I enter you. May I enter you, what does it mean? May I become you. That means, may there not be any difference between you and me. May I stay with that idea, Aham Brahmasmi. May I elevate myself to that idea, to that level of understanding. I am that Supreme Brahman. So only then that I am in Brahman. When can I be in Brahman? It is only when I realize that I am not different from it, isn't it? So Tam Tva Bhaga Pravishani. May I stay in that Brahmahamasmi Jnanam. May I stay in that realization that I am that realization, that I am Supreme Self. Then Sama Bhaga Pravisha Swaha. Oh, that type of, oh, hey Bhaga, oh Supreme Being. Maam Pravisha. You enter me. I am entering you and you are entering me. That means there is no difference between you and me. May there not, that is union with the Brahman. Union with Brahman. May there not be any difference between me and that Brahman. Then Tasmin Sahasra Shakhe. In that, there are so many, say, Shakha. Shakha means There are so many upasya, for the Shankaracharya is giving the meaning Bahu Bhede. That is, so many varieties in that. Bahu Bheda. What are those varieties? Bahu Bhede, he says, Tvan Murti Bhajanena Shiva Vishnuadi Aneka Murti Upayate Tvai. That is, this Supreme Being can be worshipped as Vishnu, it can be worshipped as Shiva, it can be worshipped as Ganesha, it can be worshipped as so many things. So, Sahasra Shakhe, in thousands of ways you can be worshipped. Tasmin Sahasra Shakhe means that you who can be worshipped in thousands of ways. Sahasra Shakhe, then Tasmin Sahasra Shakhe, Nibhagaham Tvai Mruje Swaha. Tvai, in such, in such you, Aham, let me purify myself. Let me purify myself in such you. Hey Bhaga, may I purify myself. Then the next line is Nibhagaham Tvai Mruje. Then Yatha Apaha Pravatayanti. Yatha, just as Apaha means waters. Pravatayanti. Where they flow down, water always flows to downward areas. Water always flows from upward areas to downward areas. So a slopey area, let us say, in such slopey areas, like that, let students come to me. Like just as water flows to lower regions, likewise all the students come flowing to me. Yatha pravatayanti, and also yatha masa aharjaram. Masaha means all these months. Aharjara means year. Aharjara means year. I will explain that because Shankaracharya has given a long explanation. Tentatively you can take it as year.
There is stress, Masa, Sa, there is a stress. It is not there.
Is it there in your book? Let me see. Yatha masa aharjaram. Let me see here. Well, let us not bother for this thing. Yatha masa ahar. Where? Let me see this book. Here, of course, it is there. It is. Let me verify this. Yatha pravatayanti. Yatha masa. Masa stress is there. Yatha masa aharjaram. Yatha masa aharjaram. We have to say. Evam mam brahmacharinaha dhatarayantu sarvata swaha. So masa stress is there because this book Taittiriya Aranyaka, which is printed by this Ananda Ashrama or some such ashrama, it is having all these notations. Okay. So anyway, where are we? Yatha apaha pravata. Yatha masa aharjaram. Aharjaram means year. Just as all the months go into the river, go into the year, or fit into the year. All the months, all the 12 months, they fit into the year. So likewise, Evam mam brahmacharinaha. Likewise, all these brahmacharis, all the students, they come to me. Dhata rayantu sarvata swaha. Dhataha ayantu. Dhataha means, hey dhata. Dhata shabda, for sambodhana is dhataha. Annadataha. You should say Annadata Sukhi Bhava. We should not say Annadata Sukhi Bhava. Hey Annadata Sukhi Bhava. So, some people say, very many people say Annadata Sukhi Bhava. It is not Annadata. Annadata means Prathama Vibhakti. Annadataha means Sambodhana. Hey Annadataha Sukhi Bhava. So likewise, Dhataha Mam Ayantu Sarvataha Swaha. All those people, may they come to me. Hey Dhata. Dhata is it is Sambodhana here. Hey Dhataha Mam Te Ayantu Sarvataha. So that is it. Then Prativeshosi, you are the place of rest. Prativesha, Shankaracharya is going to explain that word also. Prativeshosi. Then Pramabhahi, Mam Prati Bhahi, that is you shine on me, you illumine me. I am dark. What is that darkness in me? You please illumine. Illumine that darkness. You remove my ignorance. So that is the meaning. Then Pramapadyasva, Mam Prapadyasva, you come to me. You come to me. You say that means you reveal yourself to me. So that is it. May you reveal yourself to me. So that is the meaning here. So let us see the Bhashyam. Yasho Yashasvi Jane Janasamuhe Asani Bhavani Shreyan Prashasyataraha Vasyaso Vasiyasaho
Vasya.
Is it Vasyaso or Vasyaso? It should be Vasyaso. There is a print mistake. Shreyan Vasyaso Sanis Vasyaso. Vasyaso only. It is not Vasyasa. Shreyan Vasyaso Saniswaha. Shreyan Vasyaso. There is a print mistake. Shreyan Vasyaso Vasiyasaha.
Shreyan Vasyaso Vasiyasaha.
Vasutarad Vasumattaraha. Vasumattarat.
Vasutarat Vasumattarat.
Vasumattaradva.
Vasumattaradva.
Asani ityanvayaha.
Asani
Ityanvayaha.
Ityanvayaha.
So Yashaha, that means Yashaha means Yashasvi. Among whom Jana Samuhe, among all the people, may I be called famous, may I become famous. Then in what manner? That is not as a rich man, but as somebody who is a great tapasvi, as somebody who has attained that say spiritual eminence. So in that way, let me become famous. So that is that way, as a good teacher, as a noble teacher, that way. Then Shreyan, Prashasya. Shreyan means Prashasyataraha. Prashasyataraha means praiseworthy. Praiseworthy. Prashasya. Prashamsa, you know.
Yeah.
Prashamsa is praising. Prashasyataraha means somebody who has to be praised. Prashasyataraha is comparative degree. Prashasyatamaha is superlative degree. Prashasyataraha. Then Vasyasaha. Vasyasaha means Vasiyasaha. Vasiyasa I explained. Vasiyan is Vasu. Whoever Atishayena Vasuman is Vasiyan. Somebody who is having more gold is Vasiyan. Then Vasutarat Vasumattaraha. That is, even when compared to him, he is Vasumattaraha. That is superlative. So even when compared to that, may I become Shreyan, may I become praiseworthy. Even when compared to such people. Even when compared to the richest man, may I be praiseworthy. So which means I may or may not be having so much of wealth, but I am praiseworthy. I am more praiseworthy than the richest man. So that is a better meaning. Vasutarad, Vasumattaradva, Asani. Asani means Bhavani. May I become. Then Kincha. Tam Brahmanaha Koshabhutam Tva Tvam.
Tam Brahmanaha Koshabhutam Tva Tvam.
He Bhaga. Bhagavan. Pujavan. Pravishani Pravishyacha Pravishyacha Ananyastvadatmaiva Bhavani Ityarthaha.
Pravishani Pravishyacha
Ananyaha Tvadatmaiva Bhavani Ityarthaha.
Ananyaha Vadatmaiva Bhavani.
Tvadatmaiva Bhavani.
Tvadatmaiva Bhavani Ityarthaha.
Okay. So Kincha. Moreover, Tam. What is that line? Tam Tva Bhaga Pravishani. Tam Tva. That means that you. That means you who are so mighty. You who are so great. So may I become you. Tam Tva. Tvam means you. Where are we? Tam Tva. No, this Kincha. Tam Brahmanaha Koshabhutam. Brahmanaha Koshabhutam. Brahmana Koshosi Medhaya Pihitaha we saw in the last class. Brahmana Kosha means Shid. That is, you are the place where Brahma is found. Brahma can be found. Omkara is the place. Omkara Upasana is what is going to reveal that supreme reality. So that is why Omkara is something like a Shid, something like a Kosha. Tvam, He Bhaga. Bhaga is He Bhagavan. That is, Hey Pujavan, oh respectable, say respectable one, or someone deserving to be worshipped, Pujavan. Pravishani. Pravishani means, may I enter you. What is the meaning of Pravishani? Pravishyacha Ananyaha Tvadatmaiva Bhavani. Pravishyacha, having entered, Ananyacha, not different from you. Ananya, na plus anya is Ananya. Ananyaha Tvadatmaiva Bhavani. Tvadatmaiva, may I become your own self. May I become your own self. It is something like, you see in Vedanta, say Jiva is compared to, Jiva means the individual being. Individual being is compared to, say, bubble in a ocean. Say this Supreme Brahman is something like an ocean of consciousness. This being, any Jiva, whether it is an ant or human being or anything, it is something like a bubble. So this bubble is merging with the ocean. So it is like that. May this bubble merge in that ocean. So that is the meaning here. Pravishyasha ananyah tvadatmaiva bhavani. Ananyas tvadatmaiva bhavani. Ananyah tvadatma eva bhavani. Having emerged, ananyah, not different from you, your own self may I become. So that is the meaning. Satvamapi ma mam bhaga bhagavan pujavan pravisha avayoho ekatvam evastu. Ekatvam evastu. Okay, ekatmatvam your book. It's okay. Okay, ekatvam evastu. So, okay, for this the meaning is satvamapi. So that you, satvam means that you means, so such great you, great one as you are. Satvamapi mam pravisha. You enter me. It is as though the ocean is entering, the wave is entering the ocean, or rather the ocean is entering the wave. It is one and the same. The wave is entering the ocean, or rather the ocean is entering the wave. So, sama bhaga pravisha. Hey Bhagavan, pujavan, pravisha. Pravisha means you enter me. What is the meaning of enter? Avayoho, that means of two of us. Mama for Shabda, avayoho. Avayoho, ekatvam evastu. That let there be union. May there be union. May there be union. May there be oneness, not even union. Union means when two things come together. There is only one. That is why ekatvam evastu. May we be one. Ekatvam evastu. That is, ekatvam is not there because of ajnana. Ekatvam is not there because of ajnana. Because the wave is thinking that it is something independent. A bubble is thinking that it is independent. So when that ignorance goes, then the bubble merges with the water. Bubble knows that it is water, or rather the wave knows that it is ocean. The wave realizes that it is the ocean. So ajnanam nashaya. The commentator here gives Bheda hetum ajnanam nashaya, says Anandagiri. Not Anandagiri, this Vanamalakara. That is Bheda hetu. What is the cause for this Bheda? That is the notion of difference. The cause for this notion of difference is ignorance. May that ignorance vanish. Bheda hetum nashaya. Then tasmin stvayi sahasra shakhe bahu bhede. Okay, nimruje shodhayami aham papakrutyam. Nibhagaham tvayimruje swaha. That is the thing. Nibhagaham tvayimruje. Hey bhaga, nibhaga. You see that word nibhaga. Ni, split it. Bhaga is, that is sambodhana, that is addressing him. Hey Bhagavan, that is bhaga. Nibhaga aham. Aham you again split. Ni plus bhaga plus aham. Ni bhaga aham. That is how we have to split. Hey bhaga, aham, tvai. That ni connected to mruje. Nimruje. Nimruje. Nimarjanam. Nimruje. That is marjanam. Marjanam is cleaning. Nimarjanam is different. Marjanam. This is marjanam. Marjanam is cleaning. There is what is called marjani. Marjani means a sweeper. Broomstick. A broomstick which sweeps is called marjani. Sammarjani also you can say. So like that, may I wash myself in you. May I wash myself in you means may I get purified in you. Because of this Omkara Upasana, may all my dross qualities disappear. May all my unclean qualities disappear. Unclean means not physical uncleanness, but mental uncleanness. All my raga, dvesha, etc. may they all disappear because of this Omkara Upasana. Because Omkara Upasana is one. It is not like other upasanas. Suppose you go to some tantric or some such man, you have got some enmity with somebody. So you go to a tantric. So he will say, okay, you do this puja of this particular goddess. You sit in some, say, smashana at the graveyard. You have some blood on you, smear some blood on you. And then you do this, you recite this mantra which says, okay, Yanashaya, Nashaya, Bharjaya, Bharjaya, something like that. He will say, suppose there is a mantra. Okay, you keep your Shatru in mind, your enemy in mind, and you recite mantras. Okay, you smash him, you dismember him, something like that. So that is the type where your anger, your say all your say hatred, etc. It is growing. It is not coming down. The chittamalam means the dirt in the mind, it is growing. It is accumulating. You may cause some damage to the enemy. That's a different thing. You may hurt your enemy, you may cause a damage to your enemy, but your mind is so burdened. Your mind is not free. Whereas Omkara is something different. Omkara, I was explaining what is the significance of this Omkara. Omkara is a symbol which signifies the whole range of human diction. Sarva Shabda, what is that? Shabdatmakatvam. So the whole Shabda Prapancha is there. That is, the whole range of the human diction is there. The whole range of human experience is denoted by that. So you are realizing that you are a small bubble in this ocean. As coming back to that example of bubble, you are a small bubble or ocean, you are a small wave in that ocean of consciousness. So when you are having this sort of notion, your enmity also disappears. Your enemy also looks like another wave. Your enemy looks like another bubble, which is again going to merge. Like this 11th chapter of Gita. 11th chapter of Gita, Arjuna finds all his enemies being devoured by that. Say some people's heads are being chewed, some people's bodies are being chewed. Karala Damstra. So like that, you also see your enemy getting chewed in the jaws of that great Virat Purusha. So like that, Omkaropasana gives a vaster vision. Omkarapasana takes you away from a narrow vision to a very, very vast vision. So that is how in that Omkara, may I wash myself. May I wash myself means, may I get rid of all this, all this burden which is there in my mind. Nimruje means Shodhayami. Shodhayami means purify. May I clean myself. This Omkara Upasana will clean me up. It totally cleans me up. Then Nimruje Shodhayami Aham Papakrutyam. Papakrutyam means all types of sins and all types of bad things. May I wash all those things in you. Then Yatha Loke Apaha Pravata Pravanavata Nimnavata Deshena Yanti Gachanti.
Apaha Pravata Pravanavata Nimnavata Deshena Yanti Gachanti.
Yathacha Masaha Aharjaram Samvatsaro Aharjaraha.
Yathacha Masaha Aharjaram
Samvatsaro Aharjaraha. Ahobhihi Parivartamanaha Lokan Jarayati iti.
Ahobhihi Parivartamanaha Lokan Jarayati iti.
Ahaniva Asmin Jiryante iti.
Ahaniva Asmin
Jiryante Antarbhavanti iti.
Jiryante Antarbhavanti iti.
Aharjaraha. Okay. Then he is giving two examples. Yatha Loke, as we see in this world, Loke means as we see normally. Apaha, waters, Pravata, Pravanavata, Nimnavata, to low-lying places. Water flows to all low-lying places. Nimnavata Deshana, that is to all these low-lying places. Yanti, that is Gachanti. Apaha Gachanti. Yanti means Gachanti. Yatha apah pravata yanti, that is to all these downward places it moves. And similar, and also another example is Yatha masaha aharjaram. Masaha, they merge in this aharjaram. Samvatsaro harjaraha, that is what dictionary says. Samvatsara is aharjara, it is, their other name is aharjara. How is that derivation? Ahobhihi parivartamanaha lokan jarayati. You see, there are 365 days. Every day you are one day closer to what? Closer to death. Every day we are one day closer to death, isn't it? So when you are celebrating a birthday, one more year is over. So that is it. So that is what it says. Ahobhihi parivartamanaha. So it is just going round, it is rotating. Ahobhihi, ahas is day. Ahobhih parivartamanaha. That is, with all these days, it is moving. Ahobhih parivartamanaha. Lokan jarayati. Lokan means the people. Jarayati means makes them old. Jara is old. Geriatry, the same thing. Jarayati. It makes people old. It makes people weak, debilitated. Jarayati means making something weak, making something debilitated, decrepit. So that is it. So Lokan Jarayati, it makes people old. So that is the meaning. lokan jarayati iti. Or otherwise, it can be told in a different way. Ahaniva asmin jiriyante. Ahani means days. Asmin jiriyante. In this samvatsara, all these ahas, all these days, they get merged in that. Jiriyante, in this sense of merged, they get merged. So in fact, the first explanation seems to be better. Ahobhi parivartamanaha lokan jarayati. That is, with all these days, moving with all these days, day by day, it is weakening, it is debilitating people. Lokan jarayati. Iti aharjaraha. So that is the meaning. Tamcha yatha masaha yanti masaha yanti evam mam brahmacharino he dhataha sarvasya vidhataha mam ayantu agachantu sarvataha sarvadigbhyah. So then, tamcha yatha masa yanti. Yatha masaha yanti means gachanti. Just as all these months go and then merge into the say year, similarly, mam to me, brahmacharinaha, all these students, he dhataha. Dhata means, dhata, the very meaning of dhata is one who supports. Dhata, one who, dhru dhatu again. Dhata, one who supports, one who bears, one who sustains is dhata. That is, he dhataha, sarvasya vidhataha. It is not dhru dhatu, vidhataha. Somebody who holds, supports, sustains. So anyway, I will check up that root. Sarvasya vidhataha, one who bestows everything to all people. That is sarvasya vidhata. Oh, that is sambodhana. Then mam ayantu. May they all come to me. Agachantu. May they all come to me. Sarvataha means sarvadigbhyah, from all directions. Sarvadigbhyah means from all directions. Then prativeshosi. We are seeing prativeshosi pramabha hi pramapadyasva, that last line. Prativeshaha shramapanayana sthanam आसन्न गृहम इत्यर्थः एवं त्वं प्रतिवेश इव प्रतिवेशः त्वच्छीलिनां सर्वपाप दुःखापनयन स्थानमसि दुःखापनयन अतो मां प्रति प्रभाहि प्रकाशय आत्मानं प्रमापद्यस्व प्रपद्यस्व च मां रसविद्धमिव लोहं त्वन्मयं त्वदात्मानं कुरु इत्यर्थः. रसविद्धमिव लोहं त्वन्मयं त्वदात्मानं कुरु इत्यर्थः. Okay, prativeshosi pramabhahi. Prativesha. Vesha actually means a house. Prativesha means a house which is where you take rest. House is the place where you take rest. Prativesha. Prativesha actually means a neighboring house actually. Prativeshi is a neighborer. In Sanskrit, Prativeshi, Mama Prativeshi. When I say he is my neighbor, Saha Mama Prativeshi. So he is my neighbor. So Prativesha is a neighboring house. So you are like a neighboring house which offers rest. It is not as though you are leaving your house and then going elsewhere. Suppose you visualize somebody who is walking a long way, long distance. So somewhere, some house comes nearby. So here we should not take it as neighbor's house. You should take it as some nearby house. Prativesha, we have to take it as some nearby house where you can go and take some rest for some time. Prativeshosi, that is Shramapanayana sthanam. Shrama apanayanam. Apanayanam means to remove. Upanayanam means to take near. Apanayanam means to remove. So it is nayanam, nayadhatu. Apanayana sthanam. You are the place where this Shrama, the whole Shrama disappears. This Omkara is the place where all Shrama disappears. That means Shankaracharya is giving a small tip also. Of course, not Shankaracharya alone, even the Shruti is giving a small tip. That is, when you are so tired, this is the place where all your tension goes away. That is, you do Omkara Japa, it elevates you to a slightly higher level, it takes you away from your, say, from your identification with the body-mind complex. It draws you to a higher level. So there, all your small worries, they disappear. All our small worries disappear only when we forget ourselves, isn't it? And you can forget yourself only when you are elevated to a higher level. So that is the thing. That is how it is a Shramapanayana sthanam. So Shankaracharya is giving a tip that when you are tired or you are under great tension, you do this Omkara Dhyana. So Shramapanayana sthanam asanna gruham. Asanna gruham is a house which is close by, a house which is nearby. Ityarthaha. Evam tvam prativeshaiva prativeshaha. Just like that, you are something like a neighboring house. You are something like a very close neighboring house. Then for whom? Tvachshilinam. Not for everybody. But Tvachshilinam means those who are devoted to you, those who follow you. Tvachshilinam. Shilam, you know, Shila means character. Omkara dhyanameva shilam yasya. Tasya. Omkara dhyanameva shilam. Omkara dhyana shili, you can say. Omkara dhyana shili means Omkara dhyanameva shilam yasya sa Omkara dhyana shili. So Tvachshilinam means the one who is having such, say, devotion towards you. Then Sarva Papa Dukkhapanayana Sthanamasi. You are the place where all the papas are merged, are washed away. You are the place where all his grief, tension, all his worries, they go away. Sarva Dukkhapanayana Sthanam. Because this is the place where all the sins, they get washed away. So that is because of you stop identifying with your body-mind complex. You stop thinking about your enemies, and you stop thinking about your office worries, and you stop thinking about worries with your boss and adjustment with your wife and all those things. And then you go to a higher level, where in that level you forget this thing, and then you are identifying with that ocean of consciousness. So that is where your enmity goes down, your anger with your boss goes down. So you will be able to deal with your boss in a more mature way. So all these things will result. So that is why Shrama Apanayana. So this is the place where this Shrama Apanayanam takes place. So this is a place where you can cure all your diseases, mental diseases. So that is what it says. Then Sarva Dukkha Apanayana Sthanamasi. Ataha, therefore, Mam Prati. So therefore, Mam Prati, towards me, Prabhahi, Pramabhahi, Ma Prabhahi. Prabha, you know, simple Bha also is Kanti. Bha means shining, light. Prabha, Prakashena. Prakashena means more, brilliant. So that way, brilliant light. Prabhahi, you shine brilliantly on me. Prabhahi, Prakashaya Atmanam. You reveal yourself to me. Atmanam Prakashaya. That means you reveal yourself to me, show yourself to me, or shine yourself to me. Prakashaya. Then Pramapadyasva. Mam Prapadyasva. You come to me. Then how? Rasavidhamiva loham. Just like Rasavidhamiva loham. You see, Rasa means not juice here. Rasa means mercury. So for example, in olden days, in ancient India, there was a lot of experimentation with this mercury. Maybe all over the world, because the human desire was to turn every metal into gold. So it seems there was some sort of prakriya, some sort of procedure where some people used to turn, say, various other metals into gold by experimenting with mercury. By using mercury and some other means, they were turning other baser metals into gold. So that is what is called a rasayana prakriya. So in fact, the word chemistry in Telugu, it is translated as Rasayana Shastra. Rasayana. The word Rasayana itself means Rasa Ayana. Like Ramayana, it is Rasa Ayana. That is the path of Rasa. That is the science relating to Padarasa. The science relating to mercury is called Rasayana. So Rasa. Rasa actually means mercury. And in mercury, all these metals also they merge. They melt. So that is, all these metals are molten in mercury. So that is some process we do not know now. So rasavidhamiva loham, like just as a metal melts into that rasam or mercury, likewise you melt me in you. Rasavidhamiva loham, tvanmayam tvadatmanam kuru. You make me yourself. Tvanmayam kuru. Tvanmayam. Murunmayam means something relating to matti, something relating to mrut, that is clay. Tvanmayam means you make me yourself. You turn me into yourself. Turn me into yourself. So that is the better way. Tvanmayam tvadatmanam kuru. Make me into yourself. Then, now Shankaracharya concludes, Shri Kamaha अस्मिन् विद्या प्रकरणे अभिधीयमानो धनार्थः धनं च कर्मार्थं कर्म च उपात्त दुरितक्षयाय ओके तत् क्षये हि विद्या प्रकाशते तथा च स्मृतिः विल सी लेटर. ओके, श्री कामः अस्मिन् विद्या प्रकरणे अभिधीयमानो धनार्थः. In this context, who is the person who is being discussed? Abhidhiyamanah, the person who is being discussed, the person who is being mentioned here. Abhidheya is name, isn't it? Abhidhanam is name. Abhidheya, the person who is mentioned there. Abhidhiyamanah means a person who is being mentioned. Who is the person being mentioned? Shri Kamaha, the one who desires wealth. That is dhanarthaha, that is one who seeks dhanam, is dhanarthaha. Then what for is dhanam? Dhanam cha karmartham, for doing good work. For doing any good work also you need money. If you want to donate to some good cause, you need money. If you want to do any good thing, you need money. So dhanam cha karmartham. Then karma cha, and what for is karma? Karma cha upatta duritachayaya. You see, there is some accumulation of bad karma. We had a great discussion, we had a very elaborate discussion on karma in the very opening Sambandha Bhashya of Taittiriya Upanishad. So all the mechanics of karma, all the dynamics of karma we discussed. That is karma, how it produces result, and then bad karma or good karma, it is something which is accumulating from previous say births. And then if one wants to get rid of the cycle of samsara, he has to break away, or he has to get rid of that whole baggage. If we want to get rid of that whole baggage, by merely doing good deeds, you will get rid of bad karma, no doubt. By merely doing good deeds, dharmena papam apanudati. There is a shruti, smruti. Dharmena papam apanudati. By doing all good deeds, the papam goes. But then, what about punya? Punya does not go. Punya will go away only by vichara, atma vichara. That is, knowing or realizing one's own self. So at least duritachaya will take place. Durita means sin. Duritachaya means that is decline. Shaya means eradication, let us say. Eradication of all sins, removal of all sins will take place by all this dharma pravrutti. By all your dharmic deeds, you are eradicating all these sins. So at least then, when you have a lot of punyam, then our buddhi goes to Upanishad. When you have a lot of punyam, our buddhi goes to Upanishad. When you have a lot of papam, the buddhi does not come to Upanishad or Bhagavad Gita. So from that point onwards, he will come on to this level. So that is the meaning. Tat chayehi vidya prakashate. It is only when all this durita chaya takes place, when all this papam is eradicated, then vidya prakashate. This Upanishad shines on us, or the teaching of Gita, it shines on us. Till that time, it doesn't shine on us. The teacher may you may listen to 100 pravachanas, that 100 pravachanas, they don't get into the mind. It is only when the mind is pure that the pravachan goes into the mind. So that is what he says. Tat shayehi vidya prakashate, tatha cha smrutihi. Likewise is that smriti. The time over?
Almost.
Okay, this line we can complete. Jnanam utpadyate pumsam shayat papasya karmanah yathadarshya tala prakhye pasyatyatmanam atmani. So, jnanam utpadyate pumsam. That is for human beings. Pumsam means not only puman. Puman means a human man, but not only man, but all human beings. Jnanam pumsam, for all the human beings. Jnanam utpadyate. Jnanam arises when papasya karmanah chayat. It is only when the papa karma gets eradicated. It is only when all these sins eradicated means all these sinful tendencies also go away. All these sinful tendencies, sinful samskaras, the bad samskaras they also go away. It is only then that this mind becomes tuned to listen to Gita, it gets tuned to listen to Bhagavad Gita, Upanishad, etc. So only then this teaching enters his mind. Till that time the teaching does not enter his mind. And he gives an example. Example again is a very standard example where there is a mirror and the mirror is full of dirt. On the surface of it there is so much, there is a dense layer of dust. Till that dense layer of dust is there, it will not, you can't see your face in it. It is only when you wipe out all the dust, then you can see your face, yourself in that. So like that, yathadarsya talaprakhye, yatha adarsya. Adarsya means mirror. Adarsya in Sanskrit means mirror. Telugu we use the word wrongly, adarsya. Adarsya we use it to refer to an ideal. But here of course adarsya means a mirror. Yatha adarsya tala. Tala means the surface. Tala means surface. Adarsya tala prakhye, on that nirmale. Prakhya means nirmala. When it is pure, when it is only when it is pure, then pasyati atmanam atmani. Atmanam atmani pasyati. A person sees himself in that. A person sees himself in that only when the mirror is clean. So that is the thing. It is like that. Antahkarana is something like a pure mirror. Of course, what is this say mirror here? The mirror is antahkarana. That is the mind. The human mind itself is that mirror. It is only when the mind is pure, it is only when the mind is rid of all these negative qualities, only then this Paramatma, this Atma Jnana will shine on it. So that is why all these upasanas are there only for as a detergent. Like Akhandananda Swami says, karma is like a detergent. Swami Akhandananda ji says, karma, all the karma and upasana, they are like detergent. It is for cleaning. It is for cleaning the mind. It is only then that the knowledge can shine on us. So that is the reason why all these upasanas are being told in the beginning portions. So we will continue in the next class. Of course, this here, this Chaturthanavaka is completed here. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Avasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.